Hey guys, this is Eliza with RMK Reactions. Today I am going to be listening to a song by Sublime. I've heard, I believe, two of their songs. I knew Bad Fish, like I've known that song for years because it slaps. And I listened to What We Got. I had sort of like mixed feelings on it. The vibe was like a little bit, I don't know, it just had a little, it wasn't quite for me maybe. But I'm excited to hear this one. This is April 29th, 1992. This is about, I believe it took place after the Rodney King riots, which was before I was alive. But I have like a little bit of the historical context on it. But yeah, I won't yap on that for too long because I want to see how this song tackles such a subject.
I don't know if you can, but can you get an owner for ONS? That's ONS Junior Market. The address is 1934 East Anaheim. All the windows are busted out, and it's like a free-for-all here, and the owner should be able to come down here and see if he can secure his business if he wants to.
April 26, 1992. There was a riot on the streets. Tell me, where were you? You were sitting home watching your TV while I was participating in some anarchy. First spot we hit, it was my liquor store. I finally got all that alcohol I can't afford. With red lights flashing, time to retire, and then we turned that liquor store into a structure fire. Next stop we hit, it was the music shop. It only took one.
Okay, so this would be from the perspective of somebody who participated in the rioting. Okay, first off, I was gonna say I really like the bass in this. The rhyming meter on this is a little crazy. Just, I don't know if that's like such an irrelevant point, but participating, I like had a moment of like blink, 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 blink. But yeah, it looks like he's engaging in some hooliganism.
To make that window drop. Finally we got our own PA. Where do you think I got this guitar that you're hearing today? Hey!
Call fire and tell them to respond to the mobile station. That will get us in Anaheim. It's flaming up good.
This sounds like it
For Alpino Station Anaheim.
sounds like an actual I don't know what you call this, like
When we returned to the pad to unload everything, it dawned on me that I need new home furnishings. So once again we filled the van until it was full. Since that day my living room's been much more comfortable, cause everybody in the hood has added up to here. It's getting hotter and hotter and harder each and every year. Some kids went in a store with their mother. I saw her when she came out, she was getting some peppers. They said it was for the black man, they said it was for the Mexican, and not for the white man. But if you look at the street, it wasn't about Rodney King. It's this fucked up situation and these fucked up police. It's about coming up and staying on top and screaming 187 on a motherfucking cop. It's not in the paper, it's on the wall. National Guard, smoke from all around.
Units be advised there's an attempt to 11 to arrest now at 938 Temple, 30 subjects with bands trying to get inside the CB's house.
So this is definitely a cheekier perspective on it. I have like, I'm kind of on two minds of how to feel about it because it's like, you know, a pretty not funny situation that like led to these riots, but also, I don't know, like sometimes that's how people cope with like terrible situations, is by humor and joking. Yeah, this is a very like cheeky take, which I've noticed like in general this band just has like a very cheeky kind of unserious, it's the 90s, you know, it's like everything's kind of ironic. I think that the like that irony poisoning was like what irritated me a little bit in the last song of theirs that I'd heard. I don't know, it's I kind of just find it interesting to hear this from like my perspective. Like I'm Gen Z. I feel like this is just such a different like approach and way of talking about like protest and anarchy. Like growing up for me, there was such an emphasis from the media, from social media, from everybody on like protesting any kind of injustice respectably. Like there's a huge focus on respectability politics, on like, you know, if you're protesting something that, you know, like when they go low we go high, like if you're protesting something bad, you need to do it in the dignified, most classy way possible, like they taught us in school. Like, you know, MLK did it the right way because he was peaceful and, you know, didn't do any like naughty cheeky things. Like he was only respectfully protesting, which, like, you know, it is a very frustrating thing to hear over and over again sometimes, where it's like somebody can do something egregious, they can literally extrajudicially murder somebody and it's perfectly fine, but you know, if you cop a devious lick while you're out there saying that was wrong, like you're worse than they were, for example. So like in some ways it's kind of like, whoa, like a little, oh my, like it my first instinct was to clutch my pearls a bit, because it's like, you can't admit that you did anything like that would be considered immoral, like that makes you as bad as they, which is just not true. But I also feel like there's more to this. Like I'm trying to tell if what he's saying is that people use this incident as an excuse to advance their own personal gain. Well, I mean, that is what he's saying, but it's like, I don't think he's saying it as a condemnation. I think he's saying it more just like as a, you know, this is a frustration that everybody's been experiencing. But I do wonder if there is also some aspect of like wanting people to like look inward a little bit too, and, you know, discuss if this is like, you know, the things he's describing, shoplifting in the beginning of the song, they are greedy, you know, they're personally greedy. It's just it's very interesting.
Trying to kill them.
'Cause I'm alive, I'ma live illegal.
You know, stealing a guitar because a man you didn't know about murdered. It's like, are you doing that as justice, or?
Let it burn, wanna let it burn, wanna let it burn, wanna let it burn. Riots on the streets of Miami, whoa, riots on the streets of Chicago, on the streets of Long Beach, and San Francisco, riots on the streets of Kansas City, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Cleveland, Ohio, Mountain Valley, Paramount, Victorville, Eugene, Oregon, Eureka, California, Esperion, San Barbara, Phoenix, Arizona, San Diego, Lakeland, Florida, let it burn, let it burn.
In Yank that says Frank 74, Willow and Caspian, structure fire, and numerous subjects looting.
F-15 to get rid of this looter.
Yeah, so that was very interesting to me. Again, I think it's like a little bit of a problem sometimes, the irony poisoning of the 90s, to where
Now, at McDonald's, wake up to a $4.
I think sometimes the irony poisoning of the 90s could like muddy a message in a way that is like maybe a little detrimental to it, because it's like, and maybe that made more sense, like people were on the same wavelength in like 1992, but like for me and with my 2026 brain, like I don't know, maybe nuance has been so flattened in our age, but I'm like, is he trying to like, you know, kind of like condemn this a little bit, or like, you know, like make fun of himself a little bit, or like say it with his full chest? And you know, when everybody's so ironic all the time, sometimes it's like a little bit hard to tell what exactly they mean. Does that make sense? Like, I think I have pretty good media analysis, but I don't know, maybe I don't. Maybe American public education has failed us all. But yeah, that's just something that's been making me think. Also, just the beat of this. I'm not a ska expert, but would this be considered ska? Ska heads, please let me know, because that that like sort of like counterclockwise sort of rhythm, like I think that's what I think of with ska, but like, you know, that's also kind of before my time. All I really know about ska is like Gwen Stefani, like New Order. Yeah, that was definitely intriguing. Like, I wonder from the mindset of like a 90s kid who's like fully immersed in that culture. Like, what I mean by this is like, I could say something to somebody who's like fully immersed in Gen Z culture and in like a completely deadpan voice be like, wow, like Slay the Boots Down, that was so like, you know, I'm so whatever pilled right now. Like just stuff that things that sound like absolute nonsense to like maybe even like an older millennial or Gen Xer. But like to us, like we've been kind of baked into that culture. It makes perfect sense. They know exactly what I mean. Or like we'll say no yeah to mean yeah. Like just things that I don't even really think about, but I have that like broader context. We like know exactly what we mean. The communication's very clear. So I wonder if it's like for somebody who, I guess that would be Gen X, like grew up with that same exact cultural context, it would be very clear the levels of irony, like the multiple levels of irony, what the fully intended message was. I hope that translated. Anyway, yeah, that's interesting. I definitely do want to hear more of their songs because I don't know, they have like a very interesting thing going on. And until next time, I'll see ya.